So I guess I'm going to do some announcements. This is Clara. I'm going to do some announcements starting off while we're seeing who's going to show up. I know it's a weird time in the afternoon, so if people aren't around now, I'll post this later so you can enjoy it then. We are doing a guided... Oh no. Okay, we'll see if we're going to have trouble keeping connected. I wanted to do this outside because it's beautiful out. Okay, so a couple announcements. I posted the website, my address in the announcement for this video. It's intuithealth.info. I might have put com. I'll have to check that. It just recently changed, but it is info, not com. There's a bunch of classes, workshops, a couple of intensive workshops that are 4 weeks in a row for breath work, and also to redesign your belief system a bit to help your emotional responses to those old responses that we tend to have that are molded from our younger years. So it's a kind of exciting thing because you can start to understand why you react a certain way and then reprogram it. So you can find that class and a bunch of other things on my website. So I think I'll get started. We're just going to do a short guided imagery, and within that guided imagery, we're going to be able to ask a question from somebody else. So that could be someone you know, someone who's alive, someone who isn't here anymore, anybody at all. It could be someone famous or someone who has passed, or a loved one who's still here that you have some questions that you just want to ask and you don't know how to. Maybe someone that you've had an argument with for a long time and you just can't ask them to their face. And also the second thing we're going to do is to be able to ask a question of ourselves. Sometimes that's really hard. You want the answer, and sometimes all you have to do is sit down and really ask the question. But a lot of us, including me, who uses this technique all the time, forget that we can do that. And then the third thing we're going to do is just simply take some deep breaths and relax. The way everything is right now, where a lot of us forget to stop and do that, and the stress kind of accumulates in our bodies and in our minds, and just to take a couple of minutes and take some breaths and maybe imagine being somewhere more relaxing helps. So if you'd like to now find a comfortable place to be, just a word of warning: if you're driving or doing something that you need to pay attention to, you can listen, but really don't get activated within the process, because it's not a good place to relax too much if you're driving. Hi Peter, how are you doing? I'm happy to see people here. And I think I saw Marco. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. So find a comfortable situation, sit down, lay down, or just listen if you're driving. Okay. Hopefully this isn't going to shut off on me while we're talking. Okay, let's try again. All right. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. If for some reason I cut out for a second, just stay with me because it's a little iffy where I am, but I don't want to move. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. And to start with, bring yourself to your body. Bring yourself to where you are. So bring your attention to your ears and see what you're hearing beyond myself talking, but what is in your surroundings. And then as you take a breath in, see what you smell. Bring your attention to your skin. Is it warm? Is it cool? Maybe put your feet either flat on the floor if you can, or just bring your attention to your feet. Take another deep breath. Just bring your awareness to your body. Now, doing this, sometimes when you bring your awareness into your body, you may all of a sudden realize you have stress in your body, or you may have an ache or a pain that you didn't even know was there. So let's take 3 breaths. Bring your attention to wherever you may be noticing, and then relax. So take a breath in to where you may be holding stress or discomfort, and then with purpose, relax that area. Another breath in, and with purpose, relax where you may be holding stress. One more time, take a breath in. Relax your shoulders, relax your muscles in your butt, relax your jaw. Okay, so now I want you to just follow my voice, and you're going to use your imagination, and we're going to kind of go off on an adventure. So I want you, all of this is imagining. It's all in your mind, like you're a little kid, and your imagination can just take you anywhere, and you can do anything. You're capable of jumping and flying off a cliff without hurting yourself or without fear. So to begin with, what I want you to do is imagine yourself walking in a giant field of grass. With this exercise, I want you to create it yourself, so I don't want to go into too much detail. But what I do want you to do is notice what you see. So as you're walking through the field, look around. What do you see? What season is it? Is there grass or flowers? Are there noises around you? Do you have shoes on? Notice what you're wearing. Look down. What do you see on your feet? What type of clothing do you have on? And as you continue to walk through this field, I want you to imagine with your imagination, so it's just instant, change your clothes to something that you want to be wearing, something that makes you feel good. Or that may be no clothes at all. Whatever you imagine is the best case scenario for you. And then up ahead of you, beyond this field, is a forest. And you can see the trees. And again, notice everything. Notice the noises. Notice how you feel with the forest coming up. Can you feel the coolness of the trees? Can you hear birds? Are you fearful? Or are you looking forward to the experience of going into the woods? So continue to walk. You're at the edge of the forest, and you're walking into the forest. Now with this exercise, I want you to imagine that you can hear your feet crunching on the ground, the leaves and the twigs, and the noise. What do you hear? We're just going to keep walking through, and this is to help you come into your body and help you to come into the experience. So notice everything around you. And after a little while, up ahead is going to be the place that you feel the most. I don't want to tell you where you're going. It could be the beach. It could be still the forest. It could be your most comfortable room in your house, or somewhere you want to go. But beyond this is all your show, your imagination. So as you arrive to your most comfortable place, I want you to take a seat. Maybe put your feet up. Maybe put your feet in the water if you're at the beach. Or maybe hold hands with a loved one that you want to conjure up next to you. It could be anyone. Someone who's here, someone who's already left. Here, you're completely in control. And your imagination is endless, so don't constrict it. So as you're sitting there, just for a moment, close your eyes, take a breath. Oh, you've arrived to your most awesome place that you can ever imagine. And then I do want you, if you'd like to imagine the one person that you want to talk to. Anyone who has ever existed, or maybe someone that you imagine you'd like to meet. Anyone at all. And at this moment, I don't want you to think that there is any reason that they wouldn't show up for you. We're not sitting to see if they show up. We're sitting here with the expectation they're showing up. So as you sit and they show up, I want you to sit directly across from them, if this is possible for your imagination, and look them in their eyes. Really look them in their eyes. And tell them out loud or in your imagination that you would like to ask them a question. And then proceed with the question. It could be anything. But as you ask it, I want you to put down all the blocks that could possibly make you think that this person wouldn't answer you. They will answer you. Just be open to it. So ask your question and receive your answer. If you have any trouble with this, take another deep breath and trust they'll answer. If you hear anything, if you feel anything from them, don't doubt what you're feeling or hearing. And don't be disappointed if you don't get an answer. If they're not speaking to you, maybe you can just reach out, hold their hand. Or if it's someone that you've had trouble with or feel anger towards, you might want to express yourself to them. I'll give you a moment in case you're having a beautiful conversation. Use this moment as a time for healing. And then when you're done, know that you can come back to this anytime. When this video is done, you have the ability to come back and talk to this person if there's more to say, or you can continue to talk to them as I'm continuing to talk. If you're done, I want you to be able to look them in the eye again and thank them. Thank them for showing up, and thank yourself for having the ability to be able to allow it to happen. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to move into our question for ourselves. So as you sit alone or with the support of someone, if they're sitting with you, I want you to really dig deep and imagine, what is the question that you want to ask yourself? What do you want to know? What is that thing that niggles at you? You wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I wish I knew the answer to this question. So go ahead and ask it. Ask yourself, and then expect an answer. Please don't be disappointed if for some reason you don't get an answer, but expect it. Expect that answer. You have every single thing that you would ever imagine to know within yourself. You just have to find it. You just have to have the guts and the belief and the trust to hear it and to receive it. So ask that question of yourself. Don't forget to breathe. If there's emotions that come up with these questions and with these answers, it is perfectly okay. It's just a healing process. It's just your emotions coming up. It's a good thing. If you find yourself laughing or in disbelief, just let it roll over you. And also, you might want to say to yourself, I really want to remember this whole thing, because sometimes when you go deep into meditation, you'll have the experience and then forget. So just make a note to yourself, I want to remember. And again, this is something that you can go back to. You can ask any questions you want when we leave this video. Hopefully you're feeling a little confident about asking. And then I want you to just let that go. Again, you're just sitting either by yourself in your very favorite place on the planet. You may be sitting with someone, or maybe not. Take one more deep breath. And let it out. And now we're going to get up and we're going to leave the place that you've created for yourself. And we're going to stop one more place before we go back to where we started in. So I want you to walk away from the place that you're in. And I want you to look around you to find a stream. It could be in the sun, it could be in the shade, but within this. Okay, hopefully you're still there. We're just going to go right back and ignore the technical difficulties. So I want you to go into that stream that you're imagining. And within that stream is a beautiful rock that's just the size of your body to lay back and let the water rush over you. The water is a perfect temperature for your body. It's not startling, it's just comforting. So lay in that water on that smooth rock and just let the water rush over your body. And with this motion of the water rushing over your body, you're washing away all the stress. So if you can imagine things you've heard on the news, things you've heard other people say, things that are going on, nervousness about all the stuff that's going on, you can see that all that stress washing off of your body and down the river. The current is just taking it all away. You can even imagine that this water can come through the top of your head and through the inside of your body, washing away any pain or stress that's within your body that you're aware of, or maybe you're not aware of it. So just for a moment, I'm going to be quiet and I want you to just let that water run over you. Just let it go through you. It's nothing but clean, pure energy. That energy doesn't care. It doesn't care about anything. Just about being comfortable and about being charged with positive stuff. And then when you're ready, I want you to stand up. Right next to you is a towel. You can dry off. And then you can just magically imagine that you have those comfortable clothes on again. And when you're ready, we're going to walk back out to that field that we started. The field that is whatever you're comfortable in. Maybe flowers, it may be different than last time, maybe full of long grass, short grass, sand, whatever works for you. But come back out in the open and just take a moment and do the same as you did at the beginning. Look around. What do you see? What are you wearing? What's on your feet? What do you smell? Do you see bugs? Do you see animals? Are there people with you? Is there one person with you? And before we leave this meditation, I want you to look around, and whatever you see, if you feel inclined, give appreciation, give your gratitude. If there's people with you, you may want to hug them. If there's animals with you, you may want to touch them, talk to them. Just give thanks, and remember, you can come back here at any time. And then once you're ready, you can bring yourself back to your body, back to where you're sitting or laying. Wiggle your hands, wiggle your toes, maybe give a stretch to your body. And at this time, if there's anything that you felt was important that you heard, I want you to, if you want to, go find something to write on or type in, whatever you, if you want to take notes before you forget. A lot of times you'll think, I'll remember. And if it's really important to you, you want to write it down because you might not remember. And then you might be disappointed. So I hope you all enjoyed this guided imagery meditation. If you want to come back and listen again, or if you're just arriving, go ahead and rerun it. I'm going to post it when we're done. So my website is intuithealth.info. Come and check it out. There's lots of workshops, lots of classes every week. And I'm also offering Reiki certifications for level 1 and level 2. It's a 1-to-1 class, so you get plenty of undivided attention for whatever individual things you want to work on. And of course, intuitive readings, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever works for you. So come on and check it out. If you have any questions, just send me a message, comment below. I guess that's it. By the way, that noise is my quail, the male quail. They make kind of cool noises. So I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that this helped. I hope that you can come back to it. And I'll see you soon. Bye.